Hey guys, Jonathan Doyle with you again. Welcome to the Daily Message. Please make sure you have subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button if you like what you hear, and put something in the comments. I think YouTube now is kind of like, filtering out bad ones. So if you wanted to hurt my feelings, you would hurt my feelings if you said something mean. But, if you want to say something nice, the comments are here. If you're listening on the podcast, just reach out. I'm sure you can get in touch with me through the podcast links. Please subscribe. Grab a free copy of my book, Bridging the Gap, wherever it is. It'll be somewhere here. There'll be a link. It's my first ever book, 8 key strategies that I want to share with you. I'm going to send you one chapter every 2 days, so give you plenty of time to look at it. So grab a free copy. It's my gift to you. Today, we are going to talk about a great quote from the super famous founder of the Second Viennese School of Psychotherapy. So I'm your trivia guy, right? Like, if there's a trivia night, I'm your guy. Because I know things like this, right? The first Viennese school, you've got Freud. The second Viennese school, you've got Carl Jung. The third Viennese school of psychotherapy, you've got people like Viktor Frankl. So the second Viennese school, we got Carl Jung. I like Carl Jung. Just, wow, what a full life, right? Like, what a guy who he went deep into mythology, symbology. Wow. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's talk about Carl Jung. Do not compare, do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. All right, this one's personal for me. I don't know if you've done this, but I spent many years of my life, especially when I was younger, trying to be something that I wasn't. I remember as a kid, my mother always used to say to me, be yourself, stop acting differently. I remember definitely as a teenager, I just desperately wanted to be cool or tough or whatever. Sport was a big thing. I had this real struggle with being myself. And I wouldn't say that I'm fully there. I'm better now that I've got older, but I've always struggled with it. Just really just self-acceptance and just being me and doing me. And because you meet some people who just seem to have that mastered, don't you, right? Some people are just so completely at home in their own skin. I think for many of us it's a journey. But Carl Jung is telling us here that one of the real dangers in life is not to do you. One of the real dangers in life is to spend time trying to be somebody else. Now, first, if you think about our culture, in terms of celebrity culture and social media, we're just massively presented with these images and lives and stories. In fact, my daughter and I were talking about it yesterday in the car. Years ago, I read a really deep essay around the Greek concept of dramatis personae, right, of drama. The Greeks kind of argued that every life carried within it this incredible drama, this incredible tension that we all carry between good and evil, selfishness and altruism, all these different forces. And the Greeks believed that the great battle of life was to become who you fully were meant to become. And the danger for our modern celebrity culture and reality TV is that we spend all our time looking at the drama in what? Other people's lives. So we've all got this incredible drama in our own lives, don't we? The drama of every single day, the drama of what you eat, whether you train, how you speak, what you read, whether you improve, whether you go backwards, whether you're gracious or whether you're selfish. There's this constant thing going on in all of us. And Jung is telling us that the purpose is to do you, is to become fully who you are and not to become someone else. I'll give you an example. Like, when I was finishing high school, I was obsessed with playing rugby, right? Because I had a pretty fractured sense of identity. Life was pretty difficult for me, and I found this one place where I sort of thought that I could just strive and struggle and get some success. And because it was, a full contact sport, I would spend ages trying to get really psyched up, get myself really aggressive and fired up. And you know what I did? The truth is that I know now at my age, I'm a really gentle soul. You're going to not believe this, but my God, I'm pretty highly introverted. I like quietness and thinking and peace. And I spent all this time back in high school trying to be something I wasn't. And what I would do is I would get out on the field and I would be overstimulated. I'd be massively overstimulated. And it took me years of reading about sports psychology to begin to figure it out. And I remember years later I was coaching in England and we were in the dressing room before a really big game and I was talking to all the players and I could see this one guy And everybody else, like, was getting really fired up and yelling at each other. And this one guy was looking really pale. And I suddenly clicked. I just went, he is like me. He needs to be really calm. He basically needs to, like, put on Bob Marley music and just chill. And it took me years to figure that out, and then to encourage people to do it and to let people be who they are. So today in this message, what I'm saying to you is, if you're spending any time in your life wanting to be someone else, or thinking that if you had something that they had, then you would be happy, it's understandable, but it's problematic. Let's put it that way. Because if you think about it, whatever you're attracted to in an image of another person, whether it's their wealth or their looks or their whatever, if you got it, you'd still have to deal with reality. You'd still have to deal with yourself and life and everything. I got young kids, and they like to tell me about the alleged lack of hair that I have. I don't even notice. And if you ever meet me, don't bring this up. We're going to pretend I never mentioned it. But lately I've just been like, this is it's genetics, man. This is what it is. This is what I got. Karen loves me. My kids love me. I got good friends. It's self-acceptance. I got to do me, right? Sometimes I think if I had thick, wavy hair, if I had if I looked like Fabio from the 80s, go look it up, then I'd be happier. But I'm like, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I got to offer. This is just it. So I hope I can give you that. And I hope I can just say to you today, whoever you are, whatever you're struggling with, this is your journey, and who you are is who you're created to be. And that doesn't mean you get to stay who you are. You get to grow if you want. But let's stop trying to be someone else. Let's stop assuming that if we had what other people had, we'd be seismically happier. We'd still be us. And we'd still be, the things that make us really happy are contribution, love, connection, family, meaning, service. I think money and stuff's important because it can alleviate some of the stresses of life. So don't get me wrong, it's nice to have nice things. But the real juice of life, you can have both, right? So you can have both. But the real juice of life is becoming to accept who you are and loving the people around you. I hope that's helpful. It's deep today. Wow. Please subscribe. Grab a free copy of Bridging the Gap. My name's Jonathan Doyle. I'm going to have another message for you tomorrow.